Okay. Hello, everybody.
I definitely thought that music was going to start playing again, and
I know.
it didn't.
I went down and unlooped it, Joan,
Oh,
because I was like, I guarantee you forgot.
Thanks, podcast mommy.
Hi guys, welcome to.
Hi,
Oh,
everyone.
we already lost a listener. Just
I'm
seeing our
sorry.
faces.
They were like, I was
They're like,
definitely
"Oh,
expecting them to be cuter. Oh, we just got 8. We just got 8 more. Oof.
Bam! All right. Hello,
Baby,
everyone.
I'm buzzing.
Welcome to Pod in the City Weekly Roundup. I'm so excited to be talking to Joan. It's been, as everyone in the Sister Wives community knows, it's been a horrible week. And I haven't really talked to John that much. I feel like I want to space out when we record, because we record on like Mondays and Tuesdays, and then I don't talk to you again until Monday. And then I'm like, oh my God, I haven't talked to him in like a whole week.
It does feel weird. Yeah, I agree.
So we're back. And just, okay, to get everything out of the way here, pink elephant in the room, as our favorite Cody Brown would say, the wonderful and sweet and perfect, precious Garrison Brown. I'm going to try to get through this without crying. This is him. He just adopted this cat who looks exactly like my cat, 4 days before his passing on this past Tuesday of suicide. And it was a weird day, because do you remember Tuesday morning that Instagram and Facebook both went down at the exact same time? Like, were you awake for that? And I
don't really go on Instagram and Facebook in the morning all that much.
Oh, it's like the first thing I look at, just because there's notifications and stuff. So I had an existential crisis, and I was like, and I had this thought, I'm like, what if the internet actually went away? Because I don't know anyone's numbers. I actually think I might know your number by heart. I at least know I know the area code and the first, like, I know all the numbers and could probably figure it out after trying like a bunch of times. I know Brad's number by heart still. But I was like, what would happen? Like, everyone would lose, most people would lose their careers. So then I was like having like a full crisis thinking that. And then all this stuff happened, and then the internet came back, and then I think TikTok went down for a second, and it was a whole thing. And then later on that evening, we found out that Garrison had passed. It's been a horrible week for everyone in the Sister Wives community. It hit us all way harder than I think anyone thought it would. I was shocked at how much it hit me. For about 3 days, it would be like, if I even thought about it, I would just burst into tears. Not like sobbing tears, but just streaming. So basically, just to give anyone an update who's not following us, me and Jody and all of our podcast sisters, Ace and Caitlin, Surviving Sister Wives, Sister Wives Professor, Little Miss Recap, all of those people, Danielle and Akira on TikTok, all of us are kind of staying away from Sister Wives, just to be respectful, because there's a lot of people out there who are making a lot of money off of this on TikTok and being really irresponsible and putting out really irresponsible information that is not true just so they can make money. And I hate those people. And I think everyone should report all those accounts, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, just so you guys know, for now, me and Jody are going to recap Seeking Sister Wives, which is, I mean, it's awful, but it's only adults. Have you heard of that, John? Seeking Sister Wives?
No.
It's disgusting.
Well, I think I've heard of it. Okay, I'll talk for 5 secods here then too.
Go ahead.
I also said that I don't really feel comfortable talking about Sister Wives personally.
Yeah, Browntown is out for a while. For a little while.
I'm not deep into it enough, and I also the subject matter, it just isn't. It doesn't feel appropriate, in my opinion, for what we're doing.
Because you're a person with compassion who doesn't care about money as much as he cares about like being respectful.
Well, so it feels weird to be laughing, or anytime I'm watching Sister Wives, it's from a snark perspective.
Right.
It's not because I'm like, entrenched in caring like deeply about the family. So it's hard. I don't want to do that. So
Right. So we're just
it
gonna kind of
doesn't
take. We're all gonna take the cues from each other. Most of us podcasts have switched on to Seeking Sister Wives, so we're all gonna probably do crossovers with each other. We're trying to think of some kind of maybe a big crossover event we can do. So we're all still gonna be there. We're all still gonna be in the same community, but we're all trying to. We're all gonna be in like a like union together on what we're gonna do.
Time is what's needed.
Yeah, you
Like,
can't jump into it.
give it a little bit of time.
Listen to this tone. And semi-official things that isn't Katie Joy have come out saying that it's pretty definite that they recorded the funeral. Or not they recorded the funeral, but they were in the midst of recording. So they're going to like be showing this in season 19. This is not completely confirmed, but this is just the news that I'm hearing on semi-official things like Screen Rant.
Still, even then, I don't know. I think we should move on.
Okay, but anyway, that's what's happening.
It just is such a it's tragic. It's really, really sick.
Yeah, and
It's
it really is
sad.
shocking how all of us were. We feel like we know this kid, and it's a
Yeah.
parasocial relationship, but it's awful. Anyway, let's move on to what did I have after that? Yeah, Browntown is on hiatus. Oh, the other last thing is on our Facebook group. We love to hate TV. Please join us. You have to answer the questions, but even if you don't know the answer, just say I don't know, just so I know you're not a bot. I'm not approving any more posts about like negative, like or sad stuff about Garrison. I just want let's keep it happy now, because like at this point, like we need to kind of move on to like more happy stuff. So anything negative or like retrospective stuff, like I'm putting a little hold on that. So just so you know. But on a happy note, Joan, coming up in 2 weeks. Oh my god!
Oh no!
By the end of March, it's happening, Joan. Let everyone know how excited you are.
Changing just I'm gonna let's like a flip. Let's turn a page. Just because I don't know. It's like I need an energy cleanse now. All right, so coming up, and just like that, in 2 fucking weeks, y'all, I have to start being subjected to, and just like that. If you're interested, last week we covered episode 10 of season 1. Like, I can't believe that we're on episode 10. Like, we've been doing this like a minute.
Yeah. Oh shit. You know what?
Who's been doing freaking podcasts for 25 years, and I'm here like, I've been doing this for 2.5 months.
You're amazing at it. Like, I can't believe how quickly it's annoying, actually.
I think the thing is, because I'm an only child and I was always dramatic, I would talk. I talk to myself. I still do. I'm my own late night host, baby.
Yeah. Might so hang on, let me throw this up really quick just for my ADHD. Robin Brown's house. Anyway, housekeeping. Let's say, okay, so, and just like that. So we have this week on coming up, and we're going to get back to it just like that, I promise, Joan. But coming up this week on our Pod in the City, what the fuck is happening out there? Pod in the City, we have, on our Patreon, we have the Golden Girls, season 1, episode 4, Transplant. I wrote Land. Okay. And Sex and the City, season 1, episode 11. I don't know. Don't you know what? It's been a big week. And then on Sex and the City,
this is hard. It's podcasting. The lives, they're hard.
And we start prepping this at about like 2 p.m., like an hour and a half before. And I also have to do my hair.
I'm doing heavy research, y'all. I went to the movies twice this weekend for you guys.
You did a lot of stuff.
Actually, it was for myself, but
Sex and the City, season 1, episode 11, The Drought. This is where Carrie farts in front of Big. It's a good episode. It's a really good episode. I love it. And then season 1, episode 12, Oh Come All Ye Faithful. I believe I need to reach out to her, but I think she's still up for it. Jen from Real Housewives Recaps. I don't know where my phone went.
Better text her tonight.
I will. Because she's going to come on and be a guest. And then we'll go on to And Just Like That. So.
Okay, so let me break it down here. What happened this week? Amanda sends a text of I actually Amanda sent
which you didn't
text.
Respond to. You never responded.
First of all, two different instances. I'm in like a group chat with Justine and Amanda. And I swear to God, I didn't look at my phone for 1 second. And in 1 minute, there were 75 messages.
John doesn't even go and like something.
Babe,
just to acknowledge that he's there.
It's hard. I'm working too. Like, and like, so
there's a me, you, and Jody text, which you also don't respond to.
Okay. That one I did, didn't I?
Okay, so that one I sent this. Okay, so I've been watching it just like that, just because it makes me excited to imagine Joan watching this. So this is the first one I sent. Okay, is it this? Yeah, here we go. This is the opening 10 seconds of episode 3, I think, or 2 or 3.
I mean, she's straight up stalking me. She lives in the bushes outside my apartment in Queens. She's like horny Harriet the Spy. And my mom lives there. She's freaking her out. I mean, I get it. I'm hot.
Yeah, you are. I can barely keep my pants on. I want to jump over this table and ride you like a motherfucking city bike. And by that, I mean, after I come, I want to dump you on 14th Street.
I'm telling you, dude, she will not stop calling me.
Well, maybe she wants her credit card back.
Boom! See Bradshaw with the slam!
Nah, she's not old enough to qualify for credit yet.
Trigger warning.
Joking about sex with a minor is never acceptable, especially if the joke's as lame as that one!
Okay, I'm going to need to take a pause here. Bobby Lee, the reason he was partially canceled, isn't it because he talked about going to another country and like getting an underage prostitute?
He's been canceled.
And then he's joking about that on that like, y'all, is that what we should transition to? Should I be like, you know what, man, I'm going to jump on over to Canada and ride you like a metro, whatever.
And then I'll be like, trigger alert, boom!
Now, okay. I will say,
Holly Torres.
One thing I do wish we had is a soundboard. I would eat up a soundboard. Oh, baby. But people
you can kind of put one on your phone. I don't know.
People would hate me after that because, oh, God, I have problems sometimes.
Don't get a soundboard because you can see how annoying it is on this.
So I saw this and I wanted to vomit. I was like, you're joking. This is a joke, right? Like,
how sad is the Sarah Ramirez of it all? It's like, you're so likable. You are like so good and talented. And this is what you've become. No.
It feels like they were in charge of some part of that. Like, they're delivering the lines that way. Like they are choosing to, I'm sorry, they're delivering it. This whole thing sounds like a sports, like, you know, like, or like a news radio thing that would be on like a Howard Stern type.
I think the writers of this thing think that a podcast is a live radio, which
that's what it feels like.
And there's like 7 people behind the screen. It's like, you can do this on Zoom, babe.
Well,
and then
actually professionals, they do go to studios.
Yeah, they do, but there's like 2 people watching and they're just kind of like sitting there, like just making sure that it's being recorded.
Now, I watched that and wanted to vomit. And then I thought I was really feeling good because I didn't get more and just like that videos on my feed.
Yeah.
At all. Until you guys.
We don't think we should have to wear these uniforms in winter.
You don't think the waitresses at Hooters wear puffy coats, do you? Good meeting. Back to the bread. Hot Fellas Bakery. Yes, this is he. She did? She did? She does? Yes, we can talk details on a follow-up call. Thank you. Drew Barrymore loved the breadbasket I sent over, and she thinks it would be fun to have me and a hot fella on for Valentine's Day. Which one of you delivered the basket?
Me.
That better be insulin.
It's HGH. My calves are underperforming. I mean, look at these guys.
Nope, This isn't the Moscow Olympics. I run a clean business. Hang up your onesie and go.
Serious?
It's a morning show. Orange juice and juice heads do not go together. Hey, just to be clear, no one doing human growth hormone can be a hot fella.
Okay. I'm going to the gym.
Hey.
Yeah, that's See, no, what I told you is you can't.
I'm not kidding. I literally have tears welling up in my eyes.
It's not canon, John.
That
It's really bad.
I can't believe that in 2 weeks I have to be watching that.
Oh my God. Hang on.
What is that? What is that?
I have one more surprise one for you. All right. And this is 2 seconds long, but it's going to set up episode 3, which is my favorite episode.
I'm unwell.
Okay, watch this. Just listen to the dialogue here.
And Che is funny. Oh, good. I'm glad you think so because you're coming with me to their comedy concert Friday night. I am? Mm-hmm. Oh, great.
Okay, so that wasn't Miranda, right? That was not Miranda.
That was like a grandma.
She's like, we are? Che is so funny. That is not Miranda would find Che reprehensible.
And now I get what you meant when you were calling it the comedy concert. Because
Yes.
what?
So they act. It seems like they have 0 actual comedians in the writing staff because any comedian would be like, it's not called a comedy concert. It's called a show, my comedy show. But now I didn't want to put clips of this because I need you to experience it just in the moment. I almost want you to record yourself watching Che's actual comedy show because it's more of a TED Talk / them yelling at the audience, screaming at the audience.
Now, maybe what we should try is to maybe do some live. We're both on StreamYard. We're playing the show at the same time, our reaction, us reacting to the show.
I could probably figure out a way to do that now that I'm so good at technology.
Y'all, Amanda is
But wait till you see what I have prepared for later. Just
here. You know what, Justine, you're right. John's already over it and he hasn't even started yet.
But we're gonna have so much fun recapping.
I'm scared because
it's really bad.
It doesn't seem funny or
it's not funny.
It seems embarrassing.
Yeah, but here, Justine's there was a group of 4 of us that would wake up at 4:30 every morning the second it dropped, and we would live text about it. One of those people hates me now. Anyway, but we're gonna end that conversation.
Is it Jody?
No, yeah, it's Jody. Well, we are fighting. I mean, we're fighting. We're actively fighting all the time because I treat her like shit. Anyway, I think that's it. Also, my last. Oh, so anyway, and just like that starts the last week of March. So fucking check it out. It's on our main feed, Pod in the City, the pink one.
Babies.
Pray
for me. Pray for me.
All right. Last thing I want to announce is that Grace. So I'm watching the Oscars last night, and we're obviously going to recap the Oscars. But I was at Mom and Ron's house, and oh my God! And I hadn't eaten since Tuesday. I had only eaten a blood orange because I was so depressed about Garrison. And yes, I know that sounds insane, but I was so depressed, and I couldn't get away from it because it was just constant comments and shit. So I went to my mom's house, and I was like, "I'm fucking starving," and she gave me this bowl of chicken salad, and she's trying to dish it out to me, and I'm like, "I'm gonna take that whole fucking thing," and I was fucking pounding this, and she's like, "Amanda," she's like, you're gonna choke yourself. You're eating so fast. And I'm like, I'm fine.
Did you do the Chris Farley thing?
I mean, that's what I was
feeling. Leave me alone.
I was feeling Chris Farley.
I love it.
Get off me! I'm starving. I ate 3 deviled eggs. I was and I could have pounded the whole thing of deviled eggs.
Oh my God! I could be full, and if you put deviled eggs in front of me, I'm at least eating 4.
Deviled eggs are a shrimp ring.
Oh, a shrimp ring. Well, I'm kind of picky about my shrimp rings because I've had some quality shrimp.
I want to,
and it's hard to go back.
I don't want it to be floppy.
Oh, if they're a good soggy feeling.
Yeah, but if a good shrimp ring, I'm hanging out of that table. The only thing getting me away from that table is if a dog enters the party.
Have you ever been to a really bougie wedding where they have a raw bar?
Oh, oysters?
Oysters, crab claws, lobster.
Forget. I want to go to a crab, what's that called? A seafood boil or something.
Ooh, yeah.
When you come to Calgary, when obviously Tom Sandoval is going to be at the Calgary Stampede, and you come, me and Justine need to go to a seafood boil. I feel like she doesn't eat seafood. She'll probably eat chicken wings the whole time.
Okay, do they have real seafood boils in Calgary?
I'm sure that we can find one somewhere. Maybe
See,
everything in Calgary.
they have seafood boil places here too, where you
I
get
wouldn't
it like
trust
in
seafood in Phoenix though, because
okay,
you're
is
very
Calgary on water?
No, we're pretty landlocked, but we at least have like water nearby.
Okay, yeah,
'Cause we're
but
by the Rocky Mountains.
we have water but nearby too.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty though.
Colorado River.
Yeah, okay. Colorado. All right. Okay, so I'm watching the Oscars and a
Yes.
commercial comes on and it's like Grey's Anatomy this Thursday. And I was like, I did it! I made it! I caught up. I am ready. And so basically what I'm announcing here is that I will have a recurring weekly Grey's Anatomy recap, which I will make a graphic for, and it's gonna be awful.
Okay.
Hopefully you'll enjoy it. And that's it for housekeeping.
Focus on the hot men. That's what I want to focus on Grey's.
They're all like 20 now, though.
Well, that doesn't make them you can't be hot when you're in your 20s.
Yeah, I know, but like I okay, do you know that Alex Karev was 50 when he left the show?
Who's Alex Karev?
Oh, have you not ever seen an episode?
I
He's
used to
Justin
watch it to like
Chambers.
season. Okay,
He's
I
at-
think we've had this we've had this he was 50.
When he left the show, I was like,
Interesting.
whoa. I mean, he looks amazing. Anyway, let's move. Oh, good. Other people. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Do it. Say it.
Guys, watch our or send us in some emails, some sexy emails, please. I don't know why. I didn't really mean to push that. I meant to push this.
No, but I forgot that we were supposed to announce that. So talk about the emails.
We did talk about it last time, actually.
Well, but we should announce it every week.
Okay, guys, we are looking. First of all, we didn't talk about all these things. One, if you're not subscribed, please do.
Yeah.
And smash that like. And help us get our watch hours up and our likes. It helps like people see it. Because I know if you're brand new and you've never watched us before, can you write in the comments that you're new? Because I want to know, like, I want to know our new people coming in. How are people? How are you finding us, etc. Check out
but
our
write in your crazy sex stories to patcpod@gmail.com, please. And we'll read them. They're all anonymous. And we've done 2 so far. And I think that we are very respectful and we don't judge anyone. And we relate to every story so far. We're like, that happened to me. Yeah, I get it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Everything's relatable.
We also have a Patreon if you're interested in doing that. And we also have a new video tier. And we have all S's. It's the fabulous tier at this point, right?
Yeah, the fabulous tier. And on Pod in the City, or on the Patreon, we do Broad City, Girls, Golden Girls, and Designing Women we just added. So each week you'll get one of those. Yay.
All
Is
right.
that it for housekeeping?
So you were going to watch Grey's. Now,
do you want to get on to Hot Topics really quickly? These stupid fucking things.
Was it Hot Topics? Okay, yeah.
No, that was housekeeping. Let's do Hot Topics. Okay, so the only thing I have really, like, there wasn't, as far as Hot Topics, this is my only Hot Topic. And, like, I guess this is relative to me because I kind of have that Amanda Loves to Hate Teen Mom thing. Like, if you want to hear all my back episodes of Amanda Love to Hate Teen Mom, there's a million of them. Check out patreon.com/loveToHateTV. It's $3. You can get the whole backlog there. There's hundreds. And John's on a bunch of them. Oh, and you know what? Me and Jody are putting out Marriage Boot Camp every week on our main feed. And you're on like the next one. You're a guest on like one of them. Yeah, it's like random. Okay, Janelle Evans. You know Janelle Evans, this bitch?
Yes.
She's
the one who like let that man kill their dog. Yes,
yeah,
they're
this
disgusting.
Guy. Yeah,
they're
disgusting.
I know. These people
she finally filed
for.
Well, do you know what's happening? Her son Jace, the one who was born on the show.
Okay.
He hit like
he's lived with Babs or Barb, right?
Yeah, but now he's like in like custody of like the state because David like abused him and then it accidentally got caught on camera. He like strangled him. It's a whole thing.
Why isn't he with Barbara?
Because he was with Barb, but then he kept escaping that. So then the state was like, no, we need to. It's so sad. So I'm kind of actually glad, like based on like all the stuff that's happened with Sister Wives, I think that pretty soon a lot of the teen mom stuff is probably going to go that way. So I'm kind of glad that I kind of took a break from that. But anyway, she's filing for divorce.
She's garbage.
She's garbage. I don't actually believe it. They're going to get back together in 2 seconds. But I did see that David, this fucking hottie, is back on Tinder.
Oh.
Ladies,
Do we have his profile, or
I saw it,
just
but
heard
I
that?
I hate him so much. Like, I think he's such a piece of shit that like I just can't even. But I just felt like I should announce that Janelle has filed for divorce.
So that was your hot topic, right?
Yeah.
I have a hot topic,
Okay.
and I'm going to do a live taste test. Okay.
Okay.
I recently found these at Trader Joe's. Now I know Trader Joe's is a hot place, right?
Yeah.
I went there yesterday. What was last night? Sunday night at like 8:00. I'm thinking, oh, this place will be dead. It's spring break here, where the kids get like a week off. It was filled with like high school kids in like groups, like buying like all the like
trendy stuff,
trendy viral stuff. So anyway, I got these there. They're called peas and carrots, sour gummy,
and they're
candy.
gummies. Gross. That sounds fucking terrible.
Now
But
I don't
okay.
believe that they're actually peas and carrots flavors, but let's look at them.
I feel like they do. They are.
For all my ASMR fans.
John has an ASMR segment on our Patreon. Okay.
Oh yeah, if you like ASMR, I do love to do a little ASMR.
And I put it at the very end after the
moment. I know some people aren't liking it, but some
building
people
a house right outside my door.
What is always going on? It's like
I don't know.
You must live in the middle of the city or something, like in the middle of some
silent.
kind of...
It's silent until I sit down to record, and then everyone decides to like build a log cabin outside. All right.
Here is the carrot.
Okay.
This is like a soft. This reminds me kind of like of a Sour Patch Kid.
All right.
Oh wait, this is more like an orange slice. Have you ever had an orange slice candy?
Yeah. So
a jelly orange slice? Like this is more like of a jelly.
Okay, so what's the point
instead
of calling
a gummy.
it peas and carrots?
I think it's just because they look like it. Here's the peas. Let me see.
I bet it tastes like lime. Okay.
Well, it does look like a pea. So like, look, pea and a carrot. Now let's see this one. Okay. This is like gummy in the middle, but then kind of has like a soft shell on the outside. If you've ever had these like eggs, they're trolley. You don't like candy, but I know one person who watched this has to have some kind of recollection. Anyway, sorry y'all if you hated that part, but
do you recommend?
I think they're all right. They're like citrusy flavor. Oh, actually,
I actually might like those.
This kind of tastes like an apple, but like a fresh apple, not like a green apple.
I feel like if I was really stoned, I would just like to suck on that.
Well, yeah.
Do you want to talk about this Kate Middleton thing? That's like literally my only other thing I could, but I didn't even like research it because I was too busy this week.
There is a lot of people who think that Kate Middleton got a BBL. They're worried about her general health in general, and I do think that there is a. No, actually, I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah, like
I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about the royal. Do you care about the royal family? I just do not care.
I mean, I think that the institution is bizarre. So, but again, it's like I don't.
Like if we covered them, we would make a shit ton of money. But I just can't.
I feel like everyone's talking about that.
Yeah, there's this photo controversy, which I did look at, and it does look photoshopped. Which is kind of funny.
It is photoshopped, and I watched a TikTok that shows how they broke down where the pieces came from and how they took it from when they visited some place in December, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to talk. Oh, do we have an opening for this?
Yeah, Joan.
Oh, God, I always forget. Sorry. All right, y'all. The Traitors wrapped up this week. And to say that I am disappointed is an understatement. This last 2 episodes ruined everything.
Okay, so I don't even know who won, but is it CT?
Spoiler 2 people won.
Oh, okay. right, so tell us about it because I haven't watched since that first time.
I don't want to complete. Well, if you don't want, I guess spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1. CT and Trishelle won. All right.
Okay, I like
Because
that.
in the final 3, they voted out MJ, even though, no, I hate Trishelle. I hate her. I hate Trishelle.
She played a good game though.
She seemed to target people who were kind of different
Black?
than her, is what I'll say.
I'm gonna go with black.
She seemed to target people that, and I've been seeing quite a few TikToks to follow up this theory.
Were they
that
traitors or were they the other ones?
they were faithfuls,
Faithfuls,
but
okay.
every time she was calling out someone to be a damn traitor, it's just so happened to be someone who didn't quite look like her, is what I'll say.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And she was the bitch who got out Peppermint. And she got Peppermint out
Right.
on the first week because she didn't like the way that Peppermint reacted to her calling her a traitor. Literally, Trishelle was like, ooh, if you know what, I better watch out. You might be a traitor and you'll kill me in my sleep. Ha ha ha. And Peppermint's like, what? I'm not a traitor. And then she's like, oh, you overreacted to me making a joke. And then she continued this pattern. And she won. So I was over it. And then in the final 3, they voted out MJ. And they knew she was a faithful, basically. And she was. It's just because they wanted more money. Now I understand that it's a game, etc. But I can't.
Okay, so what about Phaedra? I thought she was gonna win.
I can't. She got voted out like 2 weeks ago because her game got blown up. She wasn't that great. Stupid decisions were made by pretty much all the traitors. And that's kind of what ruined the whole thing. Like, it wasn't very fun to go into the end. You had Kate as a traitor in the last episode, and she fucked up by like voting out Cheri. She did stupid shit, and then they figured her out. And so then in the end, there was no traitor, and so there was no real excitement. The first season, it got to the very end, and that final 3 where one of the people is a traitor and she's the last person and she says, I'm a traitor, and the other 2 people look like they are like
shook.
That literally made me like, oh.
So all the traitors were gone and then it was just faithfuls left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's boring.
It kind of was like, all right. And then Kate wasn't added until the end, like close to the end anyway. So it was like, and I didn't want Trishelle to win because of what she did with Peppermint. It pissed me.
They should have
off.
kept Peppermint. That was stupid.
I have a feeling
Good
they're going to
TV.
put her in season 3. If they brought Kate back, the entire internet is annoyed at what she did with Peppermint. They even had a whole segment where Peppermint talked on the reunion about how important it is, and this is so true, just to have trans representation.
Yes.
Not that it even needs to be a knocked over the head message about it. Just this idea of seeing people like her in media is important. It's important. Yeah. So it was like, oh, F you, Trishelle.
And it needs to be more than just Peppermint and Laverne Cox doing the red carpet. Like, bring in more people.
Oh, yeah.
They're safe. I feel like my mom and her husband, I don't think even know that Laverne Cox, well, I think they do, but like, they feel safe with Laverne Cox. Like, they're safe. Like, let's bring in more.
That's why she talked about that on the reunion, which I thought was important too. But I'll say, the winners, it was like, wah, wah.
All right. Well,
and
I mean,
it's
gonna be like Love is Blind, which I'm gonna talk about next week because Love is Blind happened. It was the worst season yet. You know about the Megan Fox thing, though, right?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty like nothing happened. It was just the most uneventful thing ever. But the reunion's gonna suck. I hate Vanessa Lachey more than like anything.
Oh,
but the reunion is this week, so I'll come together. I'll make a little graphic for it, maybe if anything good happens.
Now,
and I'll talk.
We didn't talk about Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah, I got it here. That's what I was doing right there. I was about to put up a graphic. So we got. Oh,
I'm real close here. I'm real close to quit.
No, I thought this was a really good episode too. I liked it.
I can't
I'm like
listen any more to Tom Sandoval.
He's
And
just-
I can't.
he's so
I
funny.
especially can't listen to Sheena.
Oh,
I can't listen to
Sheena.
can't listen to any of them. It's like, just wear your jealousy on your sleeve. Now I understand. Trust me, there's plenty of things I'm jealous about. I'm jealous of every nepo baby in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Jealous of you, because I would love to be put in a movie or leading Madam Web because my mommy and daddy are famous.
Yeah.
Fucking anyway. So I can't.
I like, okay, so I like him because he's so transparent in how he.
You like who?
Tom Sandoval. He's just so transparent because he tries to be so nice. Like the whole thing with Sheena with like the yoga thing, like he's just like, Sheena, it's okay. Like, do you feel comfortable? It's okay, right? Like, I love you, Sheena. And then but the second someone like kind of calls him on his shit, he gets so triggered. Like with Lala, he's trying to be nice to Lala on the boat. And the second she calls him out, he's like, okay, Lala, whatever. You're like that too. And they just turn this whole
He
fight.
refuses to take accountability for like anything, and I can't keep doing it. All right. But no, ew, he's horrible. He is horrible.
But well, okay, what do you think about Sheena wanting to be on Dancing with the Stars?
I hate her too now. I mean, I've always hated her. She's annoying as freak. She's annoying as hell. She's horrible. And like I saw this. Okay, so there were these videos of, I guess they have a Vanderpump Rules after show, and there were clips that were coming out of Lala and Sheena both talking about how horrible Ariana is for, getting all these endorsements after she was cheated on and blah, blah, blah. Now, there's a part of me that kind of is like, do we need to exalt someone because they were cheated on? But their point of view is like also how psycho they are about it needing it to be about them. There's another one too that came out this week where the two Toms are talking about something, and Tom Sandoval's like, you know what I like to do on my birthday is I always like to give out $100 to a random homeless person. And you know what? Here's how you do it. Here's how you do it. And he's like, you stand up, you walk up to him, and you like just be like, here, like, can you hold this for me really quick? And then you just like run away. And it's just like, you just like feel so good. He is the most self-serving piece of shit I've ever seen. I cannot get behind it. He's disgusting. And the shock to me, the only reason that I have problems with Ariana at this point is the fact that she would be with him as long as she was. That has to make me think she has bad judgment too. She was with that man for all that freaking time, and he's that horrible. He didn't just become horrible overnight. He's horrible.
I know, but
and he uses everything. Why do we think he sent? Yeah, but why do you think he sent Sheena money? Why do you think he gives $100 on his birthday to homeless people and then talks about it?
Performative.
I can't.
Performative.
Because he wants people to think he's a good person, but he's not. He's not.
I mean, that's how my ex-boyfriend was. That's how Bacon Fingers was. By the way, somebody just sent me a, I don't have I don't know where my phone is, and not having my phone like within reaching distance is freaking me out. But somebody sent me a article saying that, eating raw bacon can cause chronic migraines for the rest of your life. And I was like, I hope Bacon Fingers has chronic migraines then, or is just passed on forever.
Eating bacon can cause you to have...
Eating raw bacon. The reason we call him Bacon Fingers is because he would eat
No, I know.
Bacon.
I don't even want to hear it. It's so gross. It's so weird. Who does that? Who really, truly does that? Do people
Well,
really
he made me... That was like actual gaslighting incident where he's like, no, this is what people do, Amanda. You're wrong. This is what people do.
How could you eat raw bacon? That's
He just like slurped it up right. in
Okay,
front of me
let's
and I
not
was
talk
like,
about it because I
All
don't
right.
want him to like come poach all of our shit or something. I don't want him to like fuck with our follower count here.
Oh shit.
All right.
All right, where are we? What are we on now?
VPR. Now we're on to SNL.
Okay, that whole time I was having a full panic attack because the thing that I was trying to put in wasn't converting, but I got it done. It's time for our SNL segment, and just feast your eyes on this, Joan.
It's SNL Corner, starring Amanda Katinsky. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Amanda Katinsky.
Is that the surprise?
Yeah, but that took me such a long time to do. I like had to like take that picture.
I was gonna say, what is that photo? Oh,
I took that yesterday. The bow tie is one of Walter's bow ties, right, Walter? He's like
the
"I can't even."
hat. The hat.
Well, the hat. Now that's a whole story. I bought that hat because for that trivia thing we were supposed to do on Sunday before we canceled it because of Garrison, we were all supposed to dress up as somebody, and I was going to dress up as McKelty at the commitment ceremony, and she wears a top hat. You don't know anything about that, but it was going to be amazing. So I'm like, oh, I can use the top. I'm like, I need to take an SNL picture here. So I put on the top hat. I put on a little blazer. I took that little photo. Now, do you recognize the voice?
Cute.
Other than that, it was obviously Don Pardo.
It was Chris Noth.
It was Chris Noth. You're right. So I'm watching SNL like midnight, and I'm like, I think I want to do like a full SNL like segment. And so I message Chris Noth, and he got out of bed, went to his car at like midnight and recorded that for me and sent it immediately.
How nice.
I know. I love Chris Noth.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to add an addendum to that.
I can add whatever you want, babe. So then I was up until like 4 a.m. just like spiraling and being like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna do this. And it's so shitty. And I could have made that so much better, but I think that the charm with my graphics is that like it's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, where like it's not bad and it's not good, but it's like fine. It's like just fine.
You know, it's fun.
Yeah. So here's my SNL corner. Yeah, we should. Yeah, no, I know. I should do a musical guest, Joan. All right, but then
No.
you have to sing or something. Now here we go.
Mm.
Now, did you watch SNL?
I didn't. I don't usually watch SNL because I don't think it's really funny nowadays. And the people that they have, I think part of my problem is I don't really love any of the like core actors.
Okay, interesting, because one of my first notes, hang on, let me pull up my
Well,
notes.
Bowen Yang is fine, but he also
Fine.
I think he's also like kind of the same thing in most everything.
Yeah, but it works though.
I agree, but he's not Cheri Oteri to me. Sorry about it.
Okay, but
There's no Cheri Oteri.
But shockingly, there's never been like
no Molly
a
Shannon.
very flamboyantly gay man on that show, which
Total-
is shocking because there should
Well,
have been. It fits perfectly into
There
this.
was.
Here.
He played Jack Handy. Wasn't he gay? The one who had those like moments, Jack Handy.
Yeah, I don't know if he was gay.
I swear.
I know who you're talking about.
I'm gonna look it up.
Stewart Saves the World. Anyway,
Terry Sweeney. No. Is that it? No, Terry Sweeney's a girl, right?
I think. Well, yeah.
No.
Terry Sweeney was an openly gay cast member, but he wasn't allowed to do any like gay characters. He was a gay cast
I
member.
agree. Now, have you seen Dix the musical?
No.
Because he's in that.
Okay.
Bowen Yang plays God.
Oh, Bowen Yang was in it. Oh, and Terry Sweeney's also in it?
No, just Bowen Yang is in it, and he plays God in it, like gay God.
I love him, but my first thing here is that I actually think, because when they were showing actually first, let's go
Deep
in.
thoughts, deep thoughts.
Let's go in order here. Scarlett Johansson did the opening.
I did see that.
Okay, I'm not a huge fan of Scarlett Johansson. I don't know why.
Well, did you see the reference for the Scarlett Johansson thing?
I thought that this was one of the better things that I've seen in years. I was like, that was a solid SNL performance. Like, impressive. Who was she being, like Katie something?
Katie Britt.
Okay. And again, this
bitch.
is not political, but like if this had been a Democrat that had done that speech, it would have been just as funny. It's just an insane person on TV, like wild and out. I was so impressed with Scarlett Johansson. Like, good for her. Like, she killed it. She did. It was like a tour de force performance. So
see, here's one of my issues though with modern day SNL is none of the they don't let the cast members just play the characters. They need to always bring in celebrities, like random celebrities. It's like, do you not, one, trust your cast members to do well enough, or are they just not like good enough?
Well, now here's my next point. So like after the ScarJo thing, they had the intros, like the Don Pardo intro. And I was looking at every single cast member, and like by the end, even the supporting players, my thought was, I think they're going to keep every single one of these people. I think this is the cast. I don't think they need any more supporting anymore. I think this is the cast. Every single person. Like, you know how like sometimes you'll like see the supporting players and you're like, oh, that person's probably not going to make it.
Oh, I see.
I think this is the cast now. Every single person has like earned their keep. I'm so impressed with everyone. There's also a non-binary person, Molly Kearney, and they're awesome. Like, and they let them play man and woman, and it's completely believable either way. Like, it's really, really great. So the host this time, and I want to always compare everything to the Dakota Johnson episode where you can tell that the cast completely gave up before the show even started.
Yeah.
This was Josh Brolin, Barbra Streisand's stepson. Thank you very much. And you can tell that the cast is always relieved when he comes on because he's ready to play. He's not like reading.
He's a good actor.
He's funny. Like he could plug himself into the cast at any time. He's like a Tom Hanks. He was so great. And you can tell he's willing to be silly. Like you can tell he's like, give me whatever, I'll do whatever. So it's almost like the cast brought in like their weirdest stuff for the pitches. And he said yes to all of them. And I honestly thought that, look, I understand that some people don't like SNL and they don't like this comedy. This is my type of comedy because I enjoy watching people who are clearly having fun and are being silly and enjoying each other. The Dakota Johnson episode, everyone was miserable. You can tell that they all just got, like, I would have been on like a 3-day bender after that if I was a cast member. I'd need to be blackout for 3 days.
Same.
But this was so good. So they have this, you can just tell that they feel confident with him. My favorite sketches was, where we got here. Wait, I put them up here. There's this plane sketch about like, Andrew Dismukes, who's one of my favorite cast members. And I feel like he's the type of person, his material is funny if you watch it like 2 or 3 times. Like it gets funnier and funnier, which I do like that comedy. Do you like that kind of comedy, or do you want it to just be like initially funny? I like something that gets funnier every time you watch it.
I think I'm fine with that, but I think it needs to be funny the first time. If I'm watching it and I don't think it's funny the first time, I'm not usually like, okay, because I am intelligent enough to understand a joke, like when it's first.
No, for sure. But pretty much every sketch here was like you're watching it and you kind of have to take it in the first time, and then the more times you watch it, you're like, oh, they're having like so much fun doing this, and it is funny. But there's this sketch where Andrew Dismukes is like is on an airplane and he doesn't have his charger, so he decides to like watch the catty corner person to him's like video on mute, and that it was just funny. And there was like a whole like musical montage with that. There was this episode, this sketch about a people pleaser support group where it's like an AA meeting, but it's people who are just like, it's like learn how to say no to people. And it's like, oh, does anybody want to get up and do a little improv? And it's like, I will, unless anyone else does. In which case I won't. But I mean, I couldn't relate to anything more. There is a sketch about like Josh Brolin's at a party and the cat. And
okay, I saw that one.
Did you find that funny? Because I found it relatable and funny.
I didn't see the end of
And
it,
stupid.
but I saw, he had the cat on his lap and he's like, oh, what's going on? Why is this happening? And then like the cat moves to someone else and he's then pissed off because he's like,
but it's so true because it's like someone at a party's like, oh, my cat likes you. Usually he doesn't like anyone. And Josh Brolin's like, oh, is that true? Oh, so wait, back to that. Usually he doesn't like people, but he likes me. But then like the cat is in like a puppet and there's somebody's hand like behind the couch, just like,
yeah.
I found it and you could tell they're having so much fun. My favorite sketch was this shrimp sketch. Did you see this?
No.
Okay.
See, I don't like Sarah Sherman.
I love her. I feel like you would like her.
I think I would like her, but not on SNL.
Okay, I think she's hilarious. You need to see
I
more
don't
of her
like
stuff.
some of these people don't like, I don't know if they're maybe not good enough actors or actresses. Now, trust me, there's zero chance in hell I could ever be on SNL. So I'm not trying to say
I
like
would break after 10
I'm
minutes.
thinking they're great. I would be so fucked.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be now if I was a host, I don't think I'd be Dakota Johnson levels bad, but I so anyway.
But would you go in and be like, give me whatever, I'll be zany as like
oh yeah, I would do anything.
I probably would
I'm
too.
talking about like yeah. Oh God, no. I think I would turn it down. I would be like, what? Why would you even want me?
I'm not doing that, babe. But this shrimp sketch, it's so stupid. And you can tell that this is something that's probably been pitched for like the past 2 years and nobody said yes to it. But it's just Josh Brolin's hosting this party and he has this whole this fountain of shrimp, as you see behind him here.
I see that.
And his whole concern is how like this shrimp tower, and this is like his pride and joy. And the whole sketch is just about him being concerned that somebody's going to knock over this shrimp tower. And it doesn't sound funny, but it's a sketch. Like I'm going to send it to you so you can watch it. Because I think that if you watch it, Sarah Sherman doesn't even matter in the sketch. She's just like in that picture. But it's
I'm
so
sure I'll
funny.
think it's funny.
Now we need to talk about this because I feel like you have seen this. Did you see this?
I have, but I am so.
Careful.
Careful what?
Justine's in here and she is a Ariana Grande fucking stan.
I gotta say, right now,
you're over it.
Ariana is testing me. Is what I'll say.
She's out
She's not making the best choices, and her new album is all about how much she wants to fuck SpongeBob, and he's disgusting, girl.
Ew, really?
You're right.
Into it?
Literally, she did a remake of the song "The Boy Is Mine," the Brandy and Monica song. I haven't even listened to it because I'm not supporting her at this moment and her choices. And it's all about him. Like, girl, no one wants him. No one wants him. You can keep your man, baby.
Yeah, I mean,
so sorry.
But okay, I thought this. Okay, me and Justine have been arguing for years about Ariana Grande, and I'm like, I just don't think she's that great. I'm not impressed with her. And after I was watching that Moulin Rouge sketch with her and Bowen, seething because I was like, this is really funny, and she's really funny in it, and her voice sounds really good, and I'm really impressed by her musicality. Well, it was a perfect sketch.
Haven't you seen when she was on, I guess, Jimmy Fallon or something?
And she does the voices.
She does like all the impersonations.
Yeah, that's all fake though. Like they know what's coming.
Well, duh, but she can still impersonate them.
Yeah, she can impersonate like 4 or 5 people.
She had one of her concerts like filmed and it was on Netflix for like a while. I watched it 4 times.
Just trust me, I
like Ariana Grande's music. I just think that like it's weird that she's so obsessed with taking married men or men with babies away from like what is the obsession? Like just because the boy's available, just because
no, she likes them because they're not available, I think.
No, what I'm saying is just because they're there and just because you can get what you can get, that doesn't mean you need to. Sometimes you can make a better choice and say, he has a 2-month-old that like with his baby mama at home. You know what?
Come on, it's Al Franken.
This isn't the best idea.
Al Franken, and he's not gay.
Al Franken?
That's who Stuart is. Stuart Smalley.
Oh.
You were actually you were talking about actual Jack Handy.
Yeah.
I
Isn't
turned it
Jack
into
Handy?
Yeah, I turned it into Stuart Smalley. Okay, so you're probably right, and I'm
Is it? Well, I don't know, but Al Franken was. No, I don't know.
Al Franken's not gay because he was almost Me Too'd because there was that picture of him like squeezing some girl's boobs, some like sleeping soldier's boobs or something. I don't know. It was like a weird thing. Let's not get into that.
I just think I also think Ariana Grande is a bad choice for Glinda. Hot take. Don't really care much about the Wicked movie anyway.
I don't either. I'm gonna go.
Definitely don't like the blonde hair and the blonde brows and what she's, she's all over the place. She used to pretend that she was, some kind of something, and now she's whatever she thinks she is. And she talks now like Glinda. She's like, she needs to take it down a notch. She needs to take it down a notch.
Speaking of which, I forgot to put in like looks for the Oscars. That was the one last thing I forgot to do, but everyone's seen the looks for the Oscars.
Okay, so
anyway,
is that what we're getting into?
The Moulin Rouge sketch I thought was really funny, and like I like that they're actually friends in real life, and that they were Like I like the "Happy Birthday to You" recurring bit. I thought it was perfectly well written, and I'm impressed that they both learned the song that quickly, because I think when you're on SNL and you only have like 2 days to rehearse, I'm always impressed when somebody can learn a musical number that quickly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, haven't you done that?
I've never learned something that was really impressive. So anyway, everyone check out SNL. It was really good. All right, what's next?
You were going to talk about Poor Things because you actually ended up watching it.
Okay, so I finally watched Poor Things. I have a picture of that. Here it is. It's on Disney Plus, which is in Canada, which is so weird. Like there's some like Pam and Tommy. Anything on Hulu is on Disney Plus in Canada, which I feel is weird because Disney Plus should be for kids, but like we got all these like dicks and vaginas all over the
lucky
place.
You, because over here they have it separate.
Yeah, I know. It's because we don't have Hulu in Canada. What'd you put up?
Nothing.
John Cena.
Pretend. Oh no.
Okay. I didn't see it, but so I saw Poor Things. I did not think I was gonna like it, but I loved it. Like I honestly like, and this is like SNL in the fact that I know that this is not for all people. This movie really, from start to finish, I was like, this is a cool movie. I'm not really a steampunk kind of gal, but maybe I am, because I think that every camera shot of this was so visually stunning. Every camera shot could be like a painting on someone's wall.
It really was.
I was blown away by it, dude. Like I was so impressed with, like, look at this, just this shot. Every single shot is exactly like this. Gorgeous.
So detailed.
And the story, it's like there's a lot of sex in it, which I actually don't mind. Like I like a sex scene. Pretty hot.
So what happened for me with this movie is I got really hung up on the fact that like they take her fetus's brain and put it into her head, and then she becomes a prostitute for like 45 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
But I then saw this TikTok where they were like, if you think that, then you're a creep. And I'm like,
oh, well, I don't think
that. What? I just like, I struggled with that. But then someone was saying that is part of the whole point of the movie is women being exploited.
But she's also kind of in charge the entire time. There's never a time where she's really being exploited. She's always the one leading the whole thing.
She was, but don't you but again, that would be like that similar situation where like you could take a pause and be like, maybe I shouldn't.
Sure, but also the people that are having sex with her don't know that she's a child, except for
I feel like you would be able to. You could tell by the way she was acting.
But her brain is developing. So, well, anyway, the movie
Speaking
is
of
also
her acting. I think Emma Stone does great. She is. I saw it and I was like, oh, she'll win it. She'll win the Oscar. And guess what?
That's my next point. Is that there's a rare time. One of them is Marion Cotillard and Le'Veon Rose, where I watch something and I'm like, or Charlize Theron in Monster, where I'm like, that is an Oscar performance. This is an Oscar performance. And I'm sorry, Lily Gladstone, you were great. Compared to Emma Stone, that was not an Oscar performance. I'm sorry. It has nothing to do with me being like racist or anything. Emma Stone's performance was I've never seen anything like this. This was the dialogue, everything was so incredible. I couldn't believe how good this was.
What I would say really is based just even solely on the size of the role and the undertaking of it, is she undertook a lot to do it.
I think Lily
a
Gladstone maybe
lot.
should have gone for supporting.
Probably. I don't really know. I don't know.
I felt bad for her because she was so gracious when she didn't win. Like she looked genuinely happy, although I'm sure she was heartbroken. But I think that I would have been really upset if Emma Stone hadn't won, because this was an Oscar performance. It was amazing. Everyone should watch it, if not for the storyline, but just to like watch a really insane performance and just watch a visually stunning movie. You'll never see anything like this again. So yeah, that's all for Poor Things. Do you want to get into the Oscars, I guess?
Yeah, let's do it.
Is that what's
quick.
next? Okay. Yeah, for sure. First of all, there was a dog at the Oscars. The dog from Anatomy of a Fall was like seated at the Oscars.
I
Really
saw
cute.
a TikTok of like them showing off that dog's acting skills, and it was amazing.
Yeah. So I loved that. John Cena got like fully naked. I mean, look at this.
Now, there's a whole thing going around being like, because did you hear anything about how Cat Williams came out recently and said that like Hollywood puts these men through humiliation rituals and like by putting them in dresses and making them be naked and stuff to like tear them down as whatever. I do believe that there's some part of that. But now people online are being like, John Cena was in a humiliation ritual. And I'm thinking, this dude was a freaking WWE wrestler, wasn't he? And like, he wore a Speedo. He works out every goddamn day. If I looked like him, I would be out there naked too. Did
you see the
arrest
bit?
me to put clothes on? Yeah, how he, came out. It was like the costume design thing. Then they put the curtain on him.
Yeah, it was good. It was well executed.
Super
He was
cool.
funny. Yeah, he did a great job.
You know what?
I was proud of him.
It represents that. It makes sense.
And what else? We got Billie Eilish. Okay, so this song, I didn't like it at first, but it's really grown on me. And it's this song is what I consider a safe song to have in my head. Like if I get an annoying song in my head, I'll put Billie Eilish's song in my head and I feel safe.
I think this song is stunning. And I'm not even like a huge Billie Eilish fan, but
I'm becoming one.
I think that she is stunning.
Did you see the performance though? Because it was one of my favorite. It was like, and I am telling you, Tony Awards level. Maybe not that quite that, but I was that moved by it.
I think that just what it's about, what it's saying, and how it represented that movie so well. It deserved all the Oscars. And you know what was pissing me off is that people thought I'm Just Ken should have won. But I will say, y'all, this performance, I'm in love. I am in love.
Oh yeah, he's
with
Canadian
this man.
treasure, Joan.
Baby, I have, I've liked him. I was skeptical on him being Ken when they first said that he was announced as Ken. I was like,
yeah, me too.
I know he's hot, but like the face giving me Ken face, the way that other guys might. Baby, this performance, I want this man biblically.
Yeah.
I need him. He is. It was everything. It was so good. I loved it. It was. I loved it. Everything.
And he really is a musical theater boy, like at heart. Like that's where he started.
He used to be on. He used to be on
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse Club.
And
Fat Lemons, you're over him. Oh. See, I was kind of over him too, and then his performance made me like.
I was like, that was solid.
Invigorated.
I'm Broadway, honestly.
I'm like, I want to watch the Barbie movie again. Like, I need this. Well, someone on TikTok, one of the Broadway people, was like, okay, I'm going to need Billie Eilish to write a musical and have Ryan Gosling and Divine Joy Robinson, who won the supporting actress. Yeah. I guess she was on Broadway too. Write them a show. And I was like,
okay, my God. Did you saw her dress with like the huge sleeves? They sat her front row center, and like the two people on either side of her had to be like this the whole time because of the sleeves or something. I felt so bad for like everyone involved. Back to Billie Eilish really quickly. I want to say that song is really, her voice is so like I want to hear her like sing Defying Gravity or something because she can do anything with her voice. And that is a hard way to sing, the way she sings whatever the Barbie song is. What was it made for? The way and it was so controlled and perfect and beautiful and lovely. And then the orchestra comes in and I don't know. It was just one of my favorite things ever. So I'm really proud of her. Do you know that she has 2 Oscars now? She's the youngest person to win 2 Oscars.
Well, she's gonna have a Tony. I think she only needs she only
really?
needs a Tony to be an EGOT.
Oh, she could write a musical in like 2 days, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Now back to Poor Things. So me and my mom were in like a huge like battle the whole night because she really liked Oppenheimer, which I refused to watch.
Okay.
And I really like Poor Things, which she hasn't seen. And she's like, oh no, I'm not. Like the whole night. She's like, no, the Oppenheimer's gonna win. Oppenheimer's gonna win. Lily Gladstone, yeah. And then when Emma Stone won, I've never felt more vindicated. And let me say something about this whole dress moment. So her dress ripped. I think that Emma Stone is the type of relatable likableness that Jennifer Lawrence wishes she could be naturally.
Yes. Though a year or 2 ago, I was done with Emma Stone too. It was oversaturated.
I'm back though. I'm back, baby.
Oh, I'm back too. Like, I think she did the right thing for her career. She took a step back and then did this movie, which was different, out of the box, portrayed her in a way that has not been portrayed in a movie before. You know.
And we know people that grew up with her. Like we have like 1 degree of separation away
she
from
did
us.
like shows at VYT. Like,
yeah,
we are like 1 degree. Like if I had ever done anything, like we're the same age, I think.
If we needed to get in touch with Emma Stone, we could do it. We could figure out a way to get in touch with her somehow.
I'm sure she really likes one of like maybe Lucas
or Seth.
She must know Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas.
And who doesn't like Lucas?
No one. Everyone likes Lucas.
You know, so she might be able to get in. He might be able to get in there.
Yeah.
Now, do you have more for the Oscars or
a couple more? I think that's it. Hang on. Let me just see. I have it written down. Dog was there. I'm just Ken. John Cena. That's it. Oh, the Trump tweet. Now, again, this isn't political because if this had been a Democrat that had written this, it would be funny. But did you see this?
Okay, but I will say, I'm just gonna say there is similarities between these terrible choices being made. All right.
What do you mean?
Sorry. You just said if a Democrat did this, would be laughing too. But I'm just saying there's similarities between, you know, the janky lady Katie Britt and this.
Oh no, for sure.
No, we can't just pretend that.
But I was shooketh because so right at the end, Jimmy Kimmel comes out. And he's like, just so you guys know, I got this really bad review already. And he like reads this tweet and then he like reads it. Oh, he's terrible. And the Oscars suck. And then blah, 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 make America great again. And then the audience like laughed. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty solid joke. Like hilarious. Like imagine if Trump had tweeted. And then it turned out that it was real. And I was like,
oh, I think I knew that was real.
I had no idea when I was watching it. I thought that was a pre-written joke.
And I know you live in Canada, but we're pretty close to all that. It does not shock me. I don't think a single thing that man could say
lived there 20 years,
shook
baby.
me. You don't currently live here, baby.
Oh, I know.
Hey, if you guys haven't, can you please subscribe and hit the like button while you're here?
Yeah.
Please do that now. I'll give you 10 seconds to do it. Please, por favor. Please, I'll love you forever.
Now, last thing, do you know about Al Pacino? Did you see this?
Here's an idea. Stop doing this, Oscars. They're doing this on purpose. After they had the thing with La La Land, with them.
You think they got Al Pacino wasted and pushed him out there?
I think
like
they
just wing it.
I think that I don't think it was because he was wasted.
That's what people are saying, though.
I think it's because he's older. And
Rita Moreno is 92. And she was there. And she presented. And she seemed like she was 40.
Now, Rita Moreno, she's not Al Pacino. All right. Rita Moreno's on another level. She's untouchable. Agreed. I wouldn't even put them in the same category.
She looks better than I looked at 20.
I mean,
I don't even think she's had work done. I would almost bet she didn't have work done. Like, I'd believe it if you told me that.
You think?
If you told me, like, Rita Moreno's never had work done, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Well,
Or if she has, it's the best work I've ever seen.
Yeah, so okay. Are we done with that then?
We're done with Oscars. Was your finger on your mouse for like the past 20 minutes?
I was like, okay, are we moving on? Are we ready? Well, time for the movie corner. Yay! Okay, so I did see 2 brand new movies this weekend that just came out, and we just lost 5 viewers. I'm sorry, y'all. Damn it.
Like, fuck this.
The fuck? John's
Welcome
movie
back.
corner, really y'all dipping out of that. Damn. Anyway, this is like relevant, y'all. I did go see Kung Fu Panda 4.
Talk about relevance.
Now, y'all, it came out this weekend, babes.
I
It is
believe you.
relevant.
I believe you.
Incredibly relevant.
Okay.
Now, it was not as good as some of the other ones, and it was fine. I saw it in 3D, which always makes it fun.
Oh, that's overstimulation for me.
Oh, I will go see any movie in 3D if it's in 3D. I love it. I love a 3D movie.
I think you, me, Michelle, and Brad went to like the Bourne, the second
probably.
Bourne movie, and it was like on one of those really big screens. And
Yeah.
I remember all like me and Michelle at least were freaking out because
There was a time when they were
stoned.
Maybe you think so?
Maybe.
There was a time when they were doing like every movie in 3D, and so they were coming out with a lot of yes, there are 4 Kung Fu Panda movies. I would say now, all this movie kept reminding me of is a far superior animated movie that came out, I believe, last year, that I have watched no less than 5 times. This movie shakes me to my core, and it's also a DreamWorks movie, and it was better than Kung Fu Panda 4 in every way, and that is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Okay. Well, I like cats.
Baby, this movie, we just keep losing people. They're like, God, shut the fuck up about Puss in Boots.
We had more people during SNL Corner. That's all.
Anyway, babe, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. If you're gonna watch Kung Fu Panda 4, watch this instead. It's so much better.
Is this Antonio Banderas?
Yes. And then Selma Hayek plays the black cat. This little dog is played by Harvey Guillen. He's in What We Do in the Shadows, and he's like popular now. This like Little Red Riding Hood is up there in the kind of corner. That's played by Florence Pugh.
Okay, yeah, she's fine.
Now, the idea here is that Puss in Boots has 9 lives, okay? And he's died now 8 times, and so he's on his final life, okay?
Okay. Oh, so no.
It's all about, what is life, enjoying the one life that you're given, not taking it for granted. He's on this whole mission to find this one last wish, this like the wishing star. He's on this mission. So then he ends up finding it, spoiler alert, and this little dog is in it who has been basically like unloved his whole life, and he just wants anyway. God, guys, watch this movie instead. I
can't get into animated shit for some reason.
Watch this movie, Amanda.
All right, where can I watch it? Oh, I'm in Canada.
Online somewhere or streaming somewhere.
No, I'll download it.
Now,
I have ways.
I also saw Imaginary. This movie was getting horrible reviews saying it's boring. It's like, it's a Blumhouse movie. If you know anything about what Blumhouse
isn't Blumhouse like horror?
Yes. This is a horror movie. So the idea here is that this teddy bear is basically like an imaginary friend that is actually like kind of possessed and like gonna like hurt people.
I'm into it.
This little girl, so the general idea here is that she moves into her this woman at the beginning, she lives in this house, and her imaginary friend like attacks her. Her imaginary friend just happens to be a half spider person, which I'm thinking, why the fuck is your imaginary friend a half spider person?
Okay.
But then the evil version of this half spider person comes and whatever. She ends up moving away from this house, and then she marries this man, and so that little girl is her stepchild. Okay. This teddy bear's name is Chauncey. Now, I think Chauncey is cute. I like teddy bears and things like that. I think he's so cute. So it was really hard to actually be scared in this movie. Now, you do see there's a man behind that, right? You see-
Yeah, I'm scared of men for sure.
that was the spider thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's like spirit, this demon, and whatever. What ends up happening in this movie is so bizarre because they go to this like MC Escher like world, which if you know what that is, it's like this art style that had like all the staircases going all the different.
yeah.
They go in this like weird world, and this woman happens to be there. Now, Amanda,
Yeah.
who is this woman? You know who this woman is. Who is it?
Okay, well, tell me where I would know her from, and I'll tell you.
Broadway, baby.
Oh my god, is it Alice Ripley? No. I'm thinking.
Don't tell Alice Ripley that. She'll
No, I'm
come
not.
for
No,
your
not
shit.
her. Who's the other? Who's the one that sings "Memory"? The original. Is it? Am I right? Grisabella.
Betty Buckley.
Yeah, Betty, but that's what I meant
You
to say.
are right. Oh my
Hey, good for
God.
me.
Now, here's my story. I'm going to give us, this was taken in the movie theater, as you can see. There's this chair.
Oh yeah. Justine just read the movie theater pictures.
Now,
We can't get dinged for that.
if you have followed my journey, my movie journey, I sit in this row in the movie theater where basically there's a wall behind you. All right. There's this like 7-foot wall. So like you're in front of this back section. And then there's like 3 rows in front of you when you're in this row. Normally, no one is sitting in those 3 rows ever. So I'm like, cool. I get my seat. I'm there. Fine. 5 minutes into the movie, someone comes down from the top. Okay. You need this photo for reference.
Oh, sorry.
Comes down from the top and sits. So there's that chair underneath Betty Buckley, right? That's the chair right in front of me. Then scoot over 2 chairs. It's so dark you can't see it, but if you somehow lighten the screen, they sat in that chair. So there's no one in this whole area except me and this like they were like in their 20s. Okay, they were kind of cute when they sat down, so I was kind of like, you're kind of cute. Anyway, but I was so fucking pissed. So then I'm like making all this noise down there because I was like, hopefully maybe they'll be like, oh, I thought maybe they moved because they were annoyed by the people up there. So then I was like, well, maybe if I'm annoying too, then they'll move. Sorry, I was
What
petty.
kind of noise were you? I feel like this is like
Crunching popcorn.
Yeah, like when I'm in
shaking my cup.
I don't know if guys do this, but when a girl's in a public bathroom and you don't want to like make it obvious that you're like pooping, and you'll like hit things, like you like you like make noise.
Oh, that's what I was doing.
Slap
I was
stuff,
like, cracking all my fingers. So anyway, what happens though is we had a slight turning point where we both laughed at something that was like just really ridiculous.
Yeah.
And like wasn't supposed to be funny. And then I started having this like connection with this man, like during the movie.
Was it just one person?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It was but that's almost worse because it's like 2 people by themselves, 1 row, like I'm 4 feet away from this guy. Like,
does this story end with you getting railed in the movie theater?
No. Now, if he wasn't in his 20s, I probably would have pursued it because we were feeling each other. Trust me. I kept seeing during the movie, his head was like turning this way, like a little too much.
Like,
you know what I mean?
I'm intrigued.
Like a look back, like what's going on back there. And of course, we were laughing at like absurd moments. So I would actually, this movie Imaginary was billed as being scary. It is not scary. It reminded me a lot of a Goosebumps episode. If you ever liked watching the Goosebumps show, or Erie, Indiana, if anyone ever watched Erie, Indiana, that's similar. But I kind of liked it. I kind of
Okay.
liked the movie more than I thought I would.
I feel like I would like it, and I love Betty Buckley. She's in Oz.
Betty Buckley has a wild scene in this movie. A wild scene.
Betty Buckley's pretty wild.
Wild.
I think anyone who's played Grisabella has to be a little bit psycho. In a good way, though. Or in a bad way.
Well, guys, try and see Imaginary. And now what I've decided is I'm going to end my movie corner each week with a movie recommendation.
Nice.
Right?
All right,
And I don't know why this movie popped into my head, but if you haven't seen it, you need to see Camp. This movie is from like 2002, maybe 2003, maybe.
I feel like it might have been earlier than that.
Because I went to see it at the movie theater with my mom. So there used to be this independent movie theater in Scottsdale, and we went and saw it when I was in high school. It's about it's about a musical theater like summer camp, but it has a bunch of original music. And it also has a bunch of like musical theater songs in it. And it is if you like musical theater, or if you like summer camp musical theater-y stuff, a lot of these people are on Broadway now. This girl was on Broadway. This girl was on Broadway.
You can't see her cursor.
Oh, oops. Well, the people in it.
And Anna Kendrick.
He was in Hamilton, wasn't he? Or no, he wasn't in Hamilton. He was in The Heights. Robin De Jesus.
Oh,
he
yeah,
plays
okay.
a drag queen in the movie. Okay, he plays a drag queen in the movie.
Okay,
y'all watch this movie.
Have you ever seen like True Life? I'm Going to Theater Camp.
I have.
Okay. Oh, also, have you seen True Life? I'm Going to Fat Camp. Because it's one of me and Jody's highest rated episodes.
Wasn't there a show called Fat Camp though, like a full show?
I don't think so, but there was a return.
Maybe
there's also a return to Fat Camp. But if anyone wants to listen to those, check out TRP, patreon.com/trpod.
But before you get on patreon.com/trpod, go on to patreon.com/patc.
Obviously,
yeah. We did get a new Patreon member like as we were sitting here.
Oh, really? I don't have my phone. Where did my phone go? This is like the most uncomfortable I've ever been. But yeah, join us on patreon.com/pod and the city. And if you can't afford that, then just check us out on the main feed, which like just Spotify, iTunes, wherever. Just Pod in the City will come right up. It's this pink logo up here.
Also,
and leave a message.
Also, just know that you can also join the Patreon for like 1 month, binge listen to all of our stuff, and cancel it if you want.
Yeah, but don't do that. That would be so mean.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you don't have the money, join it 1 month for $6. We got a shit ton of stuff up there already, and then cancel. And then come back in 3 months and listen to what you missed.
Yeah, this week on Pod in the City Patreon, we got Golden Girls, season 1, episode 4, Transplant, and then Transplant Land. And on Sex in this, and our main feed, we have Sex in the City, season 1, episode 11, The Drought. Please click that subscribe button and smash that like, please, guys. It's so easy and free. And again, we don't send out emails. You'll never hear from us again.
Oh, no.
Follow us on Instagram at PATC Pod.
I want to mention something before we really wrap up here. I saw someone had asked if the notifications, or they were seeing notifications from YouTube about our videos coming up again or something.
I think that might have been a glitch just for that person.
I actually think what might have been happening is we are uploading these as lives, or these come through as a live, and then we're also uploading them as a video. So
that's probably
there might be two separate you might get two separate notifications for it, because one is being posted as a video. It's a whole thing.
And make sure you hit the bell so that you just get notifications, so you get a reminder. Everyone's life is so freaking busy. Sometimes people miss the feed. So if you hit the bell, you'll get a notification like an hour before the live starts.
We are so close to getting to at least 500 subscribers on here. But if we are not, well, we're not at 500, so whatever. If you want, you can go on PayPal and tip us.
Yeah. And then after we get enough subscribers, then you'll be able to leave us super stickers. But honestly, leaving us a tip is much better, because then YouTube doesn't get any of it. So yeah.
But also, You don't need to do any of that too.
You don't have to do
we love
anything.
ya.
Just like and subscribe.
Like and
Love you
subscribe.
guys. And Joan, you can handle the outro music, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's check out if Walter can tell we're wrapping it up. All right, guys, that's it for this week. And I guess he doesn't. And you're all adults. Bye-bye. See you. All right, bye, guys. Love you. Mwah.